What's up guys, Fabs on FIFA here, welcome to another video. This is a video that I talked to you about on the first episode of Road to Glory, oh my god. Where basically I'm gonna break it down for you, how did I get my team, and what do I envision for the players that are here, the starting 11. I'm not going to touch too much about the subs. I'm going to talk about a few players, but very briefly. And I'm going to try and squish down as much information as possible in about 10-15 minutes so that you guys know and are aware of how I got here. And we go from there. So, starting with Neuer. Neuer is a player that I bought, of course. I mentioned this, I think, on the episode. 185 coins, which at the time wasn't that much. I had a lot of coins by this time. It was about early January this year. Very good goalkeeper. I love this gold card. For me, the best gold card goalkeeper in the game. Played a ton with that gold card as well. Played with other goalkeepers as well. Ter Stegen, which I didn't like. Courtois, which I hated. Oblak, which was okay. Andanovic I played a lot as well when I had my mixture of Bundesliga and the Serie A Liga. Serie A team, sorry. I played a lot with Andanovic because I had Koulibaly as my center back, which is a center back that I loved at the time. And so I had Andanovic, but Neuer, for me, so far, nothing better than Neuer. Every time I play against his team of the year card is a nightmare. I know that other people don't think the same way. For me personally, maybe because of the way that I finish plays, etc., he's so hard to beat. And it looks amazing. So potentially in the future I might upgrade and go for him, but not yet. He's not my priority at all. Moving on to my center backs, I'm going to start with this guy, which is one of my favorite players ever to play. Even when this guy gets out of my starting 11, I'm not going to get out of here. I would prefer to pay for a 90 player to put on SBC than get rid of this guy. There is a sentimental value to this card with me. 428 games, he will play a few more for sure, and he's a great player. Love these stats. I will tell you why he's gonna phase out of my team really quick, but I want to talk about the positives. His passing, 87 short pass, 95 long pass with 82 vision, unbelievable. You add that to the 4-star weak foot, he can pass to the right, he can pass to the left, he's right-footed, he plays on the right hand side of my two center defenders. When I'm playing with the two central defenders. When I play at 3, he plays in the middle because of the acceleration. And absolutely amazing defending stats all over the place. An absolutely beast of a player. I do play him on a shadow to improve his pace, of course, and his defending, although his defending doesn't need much improvement there, and jumping physical as well. Stamina and acceleration are the two things that are letting him down at this stage, especially when I play with the upper echelon players, the players that have tons of quality up front, and know how to use that quality. That's when Boateng unfortunately loses a bit, and that's why eventually will phase out of my team. I would say he's priority number 4 on the list of players that I'm going to swap. So moving on. I paid this is an SBC, of course, and I paid about 30,000 coins for him. 30, 35, something like that. So very cheap. 100% for 35,000 coins, you don't get a better defender than this at this moment. I know you can talk about Varane all you want. This guy is better than Varane in my opinion. So moving on. Cannavaro, of course. I bought Cannavaro. I was playing with Volland. I'm going to show you Volland in a second. Cannavaro is an upgrade. The low highs were the difference, and obviously he's just a beast. His defending is outstanding, all above 90. Most of the stats above 95. Physical as well. Shame for the stamina. I don't know what was this with the 8 to putting the stamina at 78, but it is what it is. Good acceleration. The sprint speed, I don't really care that much because I do play compact with a high line. So I do press a lot. I'm very aggressive with my pressing. So my acceleration, the acceleration of my defenders is the most important thing, especially the central defenders. Agility at 85, balance at 82, fantastic reactions 81, composure 82. Then I'm not going to talk about anything else. You can see everything. 73 passing. Look, in the beginning I lost a lot of balls with him playing from the back, etc. But then I just got used to not taking as many risks when the ball goes to him, and I now know exactly where to go when I have him. Easy work. He's a terrific player. Is he an endgame player? I don't know. Pretty close to it. Shadow, obviously, to improve his pace and kind of improve his defending. I kind of think like it's overkill to use a shadow. Maybe I could use another cam style, but at the moment shadow is working, so it is what it is. Now right back, left back, Kleiber again, showdown plus. It was upgraded from 85 to 86. Unfortunately, Ajax didn't win. Actually, Ajax was losing 2-0 this game. It was against PSV, if I'm not mistaken, and they were losing 2-0. And they ended up equalizing in the second half, so he got an upgrade of +1. This guy's a beast. Even the 85 version of this card, which is everything -1, was very good. So this guy's an absolute beast. I use him as an anchor to improve his physical and defending stats, while also improving a little bit his pace, although it's not necessary. As you can see, his base stats 94, 92. Again, acceleration being the main thing. Beast of a card. The only thing I would say, eventually will phase out of my team because it's passing, especially the 2-star weak foot. It's not ideal on his left foot, and the long passing as well is not great at 76. He loses. This 76 is a lie. This guy doesn't have 76 passing, long passing at all. So many balls close to the line that he passes long and he go out of the pitch. That I stopped doing that kind of pass with him because he would be missing those passes. When sometimes you want to get that, you attract the defender on the side, and then you want to put the ball behind for the winger. I cannot do that with Kleiber most of the times, unfortunately. So maybe it's me, but I don't think it is. Yeah, very good player all around. Attacking could be better. The shooting is not a big deal apart from the attacking position. He has good shot power, but I never shoot with him anyway in long shots. Very rarely I shoot it with him, so not a big deal there. But very, very, very solid player, not on my priorities of change right now. On the left side, Sinkgraven. Guys, I'm going to tell you this. If you guys didn't do this Sinkgraven, you lost. This guy was free in objectives. Best left back I played so far in the game. I played with Theo Hernandez, I played with Mendy. Obviously I haven't played with the new Mendy, the 88 version from Foot Birthday. So I'm saying until Foot Birthday at least. For me, this guy, better than Robertson Team of the Year, 100%. Not even close. Obviously I'm not going to talk about Davies Team of the Year. First of all, rarely anybody uses Davies at left back on Team of the Year. If you don't use that guy as center mid, I don't know what you're doing with that card. But absolute beast, free. This guy's a beast. He's going to stay in my club for a long time. Look at his stats. Absolutely unbelievable. I use him with an anchor too to increase his physical and his defending. But very solid. When he goes forward in the final third, absolute beast. Absolute beast. His passing is very good. His short passing, long passing, his vision, his crossing. Absolute beast. Not many assists, although much more than Kleiber, as you can see with 35. Played a ton of games with him as well. Free, again. So then I move to my center midfielders, which are Makelele and Petit, the double French menace over there. Start with Makelele. I'm not going to finish with this card. I'm going to upgrade to the 91, and that's probably going to be my endgame center mid. For these kind of characteristics, what do I mean by that? I mean, with Makelele, I win a player that does a ton of interceptions, covers a ton of space quickly because of his acceleration and sprint speed, not being amazing in sprint speed, but acceleration good enough, and because of his agility and balance and all of that, the reactions as well, he feels like so quick. And obviously, he's like a Kante. He's like a Kante on an icon version. I'm gonna have the 91 version of him, the Moments version, and unless there's an upgrade of that version, or I get an absolute beast of a card like a Hullet or Patrick Vieira, I'm not going to go away from Makelele. Makelele 91 will definitely be endgame player. Bought him from 1,120 coins. I'm not going to say this was a mistake, but it was my lack of knowledge that led into this. Because I bought him literally a week before Moments Makelele came out. So I bought it a week after, the price just plummeted. I lost a good 400 coins on this card. So, if not more. So, but look, I love the card, played a lot with him, as you can see. I'm going to continue to play until I do Makelele 91, the moment, and then I'm just going to sell this card and move on with the new Makelele. Again, he's kind of my 8 player. Now, my 6 is this guy over here, Petit, which is a 3-star, 3-star high. I would prefer him to be medium high, but it is what it is. Very good stats all around. I packed this player on medium or prime icon pack, I think, on the first swaps of the year, with obviously the swaps at the time, and I packed this guy and I loved it. It was a win for me at the time. Really good player. Obviously he will phase out. He's a bit clunky, 77, 72 in agility and balance, but look, I'm sorry Petit, I called you clunky, but he is a bit clunky, and ideally I'm going to go away from this player and get another kind of player on that position, but he does the job. Probably priority number 2 on my list of players to change. Very good overall, great physical trait, especially with stamina at 91. Very good defending as well. Pace is not amazing, but good enough. So he does the job so far for me. Played a ton of games, and again, a player that has a sentimental value. I'm not gonna get rid of this player as well. He's gonna stay in the club for a long time. Or actually, he's gonna stay in the club, period. Now, moving on to the wings. I'm not gonna go to Nedved first. I'm actually gonna go to Garrincha. Garrincha, packed him from an icon pick. Was the only icon pick I did. I had the option between Garrincha, between Essien and Laurent Blanc. I picked Garrincha. It made sense to me. Could have gone Essien, but I already had Makelele, so it didn't make sense. And plus, Essien can't pass to save his life, so it wouldn't work for me. And Laurent Blanc for me is not good enough anyway. Both my center backs are better than Laurent Blanc, so it was a no-brainer. I chose Garrincha. I'm very happy with him. He's gonna stay for a long time. Medium low. I wish he had high low, but medium low it's alright. It kind of I wish he had medium, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good to me. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. Look, skill moves are not as important to me as weak foot because of the way that I play. I'm not a skill kind of player, skill first kind of player. I'll do some ball rolls and stuff like that, but I'm much more of a pass and movement and disruptive like that kind of player. So that's how I play. So Garrincha for me fits perfect. Great passing, great dribbling, great pace. Stamina, if you could be close to 90s, that would be amazing. At 83, especially when I play him on the wing back position, because sometimes I have to. I'll explain you why after, but sometimes I have to. I have to basically sub him eventually. But very good, very solid, very good player. I love the traits as well with power free kick, flair, speed dribbler, and technical dribble. Very, very, very good player. Love this guy. And obviously, again, it wasn't free. I think the SBC at the time costed like 800 to 900,000 coins. I did it for 200, so very good. Using Fodder mostly. Nedved, in-game player. Unless there's an upgrade on this card, I'm not gonna go away from Nedved 92. Bought him for 1,348,000. Tried Overmars 91 first on that position. Hated it. Went to this guy. Loved it. And he's going to be one of my end-game players. High medium works perfectly for me. I play him a lot as number 8 sometimes when I need to be more offensive. Look at his stats, absolutely unbelievable. I play with Catalyst to increase his pace a little bit, and he's a beast. 92 shooting, 92 passing, 92 dribbling. What do you want more? Great physical ability, especially with the stamina. These passing stats are ridiculous. Again, you just need to see it for yourself. I don't need to say anything. This guy is absolutely unbelievable. Doesn't play much as a winger to me. Plays more as a midfielder that comes inside and organizes the game. From an attacking standpoint, very good. And I love him. I love him. Now up front, Rainier, Objectives Academy, Future Stars. Sorry. Objective for free. Took a while to do this card, but I wanted to do it. It looks very good, and he is very fun. Very good stats, good pace. I don't like the sprint speed, of course, but I use him with a hunter to increase that speed and increase the shooting, which is the two things, which especially the shooting, that it lacks a little bit in some moments. The composure on this guy at 88 clearly kills him. If he was like a 92 or above, I feel like this guy would be a killer. Unfortunately, he's not. Sometimes in some close pressure moments, he does miss a few chances that he shouldn't miss. Good stamina. Is now my first priority to change, because playing against the top tier players, this card just doesn't cut it anymore, and a lot of times I need to be versatile with my tactics and change around in game, and I don't want to kill a sub on a player mid-game. I want to be able to have a player in this position that can play multiple positions, and can be effective in front of goal. So Rainier can only play up front, really. I cannot play him anywhere else, and therefore he will be the first one to go eventually. Hopefully this week he will be the first one to go. 4-star, very good. High medium as well, very good. Could do with high low, but it is what it is. 234 matches, 250 games, 122 assists. Very, very good player. He's a baby Ben Yedder, is what he is. Baby Ben Yedder with a bit more stamina, I would say, and strength. Moving now into the crown jewel, Mbappe. Look, this guy, there's nothing to be said. This guy's a beast, one of the best players in the game. Obviously now you have the Mbappe Team of the Year, but this Mbappe is an absolute beast. These stats speak for themselves. I play him with the Deadeye because he already has 96 on pace. So I play him with the Deadeye to boost the shooting and the passing, especially the passing. The short passing and the long passing is not good at all on this card. That's the thing that sometimes lets him down. And eventually that will be the reason why he drops out of my team. But look, this is going to be down the summer, late in the summer, not now. This guy is going to continue on my team for many months. 666 games, 771 goals, 454 assists. How did I get this guy? A party bag. The only party bag I did because of one of my players that said to me, Fab, look at this party bag, go and do it. I had a father, did it for free, got Mbappe, laying down on my bed, doing it on the companion app, and I got this card, and I jumped off my bed, and I was celebrating around. My girlfriend was like, what are you doing? And I was just like super happy that I got this card. Again, game changer for me, and a complete beast of a player. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. I wish it was the other way around, again, for the reason I mentioned before. But again, a player that will never leave my club. It's an unbelievable player. I wish I can get to 1,000 goals with this card. It would be absolute sick. Now to the bench. All about SBCs and objectives. Voland, love to play with this card. Actually, let me go Pope first. Pope, red card, never played with him, but very good player. I love his card. I played with him, never played with him with this card, but played with him several times in drafts. Very good goalkeeper, very good indeed, and a terrific player to have on the bench. Voland, fantastic, almost 300 games with him. Love to play with him, very funny to play with, very fun to play with. 5'10" kind of lets it down a little bit, but the high work rates is what lets him down. A high medium or a high low would be much better. I understand FIFA wanted to make this card fun and attacking. It was good, and I love to play with him. Still on my club, never gonna leave as well. Khedira, love this guy. Absolutely changed the way that I played this game, and I love this card. 4-star weak foot. These stats are unbelievable. I did this SBC for 70k, and it was my mistake because I could have done it for less. Acceleration, of course, was the deal breaker for me in eventually getting him out of the team. Very solid player. I love this card. It was the link between my midfielder in terms of Serie A to Bundesliga. I had Goretzka on one side, Khedira, and then the right side of my team was Italian league. The left side of my team was Bundesliga. This guy was the link in the midfield, and he was unbelievable. Love to play with him. Loved this card. Again, another player that won't leave the flashback. Won't leave. Used to play him with the Hunter to increase obviously his pace, but nowadays it's impossible to play with this card and be effective the way that I play. So, but still love him. And let me just show you the play. He doesn't have player traits, but still I love this card. Deulofeu, again, love this card. Did it for free. Objectives. First on a 4-star was my first ever player gotten from objectives. 514 games, still does a ton for me, still comes out and solves matches for me, opens up matches for me on the offensive side. These stats are unbelievable. The pace is there, shooting is there, passing is there, dribbling is there. When other teams are tired, this guy comes in with his dribbling and his pace, and he's very hard to stop. Look at that, balance 90, agility 99, ball control 90. This was a free player, guys. If you didn't do this guy, you missed out. Not a starter right now, of course not, but super sub, a quality sub, and a player that I use a ton. Long shot taker, technical dribble, flair. I score a lot of goals from outside of the box with this guy. Van Bergen. I did this guy in beginning of December, I think. Played a ton with him as a starter until I got Garrincha. This was my right winger, and it was really fun to play with. I only wish I have seen this guy sooner in the Gravenbergs and also the Baumgartel, which was the central defender from PSV that was on the same pack. I had him and Kleiber on the right side. Not hyperlink, but green link, absolute beast, great player to have. Don't like him as a sub, but I'm not getting rid of him. 99 agility, 92 balance, with 97 acceleration, 95 sprint speed, good shooting as well, especially the long shots inside of the box, very good. 98 stamina though. This guy endured match, extra time, no problem there. A very good player. Eventually, of course, as soon as I packed Garrincha, this guy had to go to the bench, but he's still there. Sometimes comes in, but not very often because his passing kind of lets him down a little bit. And at the moment, Deulofeu, Rooney, Alessandrini are the players that come more often up. And going into Rooney straight away, what am I going to say? This guy's a beast, 93 on the bench. Coming in, most of the games play as 8, second striker on those 2 positions. Very, very good. Solves some games as well. Opens up some games as well. If I need some more physical attributes up top, look at that strength, look at that aggression, look at that jumping, very good. Look at the dribbling as well, fantastic. Shooting, amazing, 95. Shot power, 99. Jokes. I play him with an engine obviously doesn't affect him that much coming from the bench, but very, very, very sound player, absolute beast, one of my super subs. Played most of these matches, if not all of these matches, from the bench. Finally, Alessandrini. Alessandrini is a player that never started, 360 games out of the bench. Very, very solid, still comes out and disrupts. 4-star, 4-star, very good. High, medium, very good too. Good stamina, great pace and acceleration for the later stages of the games and extra time. Agility, amazing, get a 97 with balance, 90, solves a lot of games as well. Shot power, 93, very good shooter of the ball, especially coming into his left foot, very, very good. For me, better than Robben. You guys might disagree, it's my opinion, better than Robben. I had Robben, I put him on an SBC. That's a level. Be upset all you want, that's what I did. Kappa, I did him, played significantly as a starter most of these games, and then just phased out to the bench once I got other players, and once I got Petit actually. This guy ended up leaving, so he still played a lot. He still came out of the bench a ton of times. I think half of these matches coming from the bench, but then obviously other players came in, and now he's over here on kind of an honorable mention. But he won't leave my club, that's why he's here. I don't want to put him on the fodder because he is there for the time being, and he will continue to be in my club forever. So this is it in terms of the team and how I got this team. Now, in terms of, I already showed you the fodder on the episode 1. Let's go into the tactics. I have 4 tactics that I play. This was the tactic that I played most of the time between October and December, and then I changed to 4-4-2. But this was the tactic that I played most of the time. I still go to it many times during this time. 3-5-2. I know that a lot of people now play 5-3-1-2 and all that stuff. This is a 3-4-1-2. Although it says 3-5-2, but it's really, if you look at this, it's a 3-4-1-2. And this is what I do with Cannavaro on the left, Boateng and Kluivert, Makelele, Petit in front of the line of 3, Nedved, Renier, Mbappe, Garrincha, and Sinkgraven on the wings. When do I use this tactic? When I am playing against 4-1-2-1-2, definitely go to this tactic. Closes the midfield, gives me still the same players up top. I bring Renier to the left because once I bring Nedved to the 10 position, it gets clustered, and I feel like Mbappe is more suited to be on the right side on those moments, and Renier can come a bit deeper, has a bit more quality of passing than Mbappe, so I leave Mbappe to run from behind and Renier to come in and get the ball a bit more. Sinkgraven does the wing, very, very good. Nothing changes there. Garrincha as well. Obviously, Garrincha defending is not going to be great, but he has Makelele on his side, which helps a lot. Now, I'm going to go into the formation that I played the most, the last. So, what am I doing? The other 2 formations that I have, apart from the 4-4-2, which is the one that I play a lot, let's go into the 3-4-2-1. This is an amazing tactic for very specific games. If I have a game where I feel, right, I'm better than this guy, and for whatever reason I'm not winning, and it's 10-15 minutes before the end of the game, and it's a draw or I'm losing, I'll go to this tactic. Gives me so many triangles up top, so many options. Very exposed defensively, but great going forward. If I feel like I have the advantage, and I'm sure that you guys, when you're playing, there are moments when you feel I'm better than this guy, I just need to do something different. This is what I do. A very particular tactic. It took me a while to get used to it. I played it on a draft, and I won that draft playing with this tactic, and I was like, oh my god. I scored 5 goals in at least 5 goals on every match on those drafts. There was one match I scored 9 goals. The score was 9-4 in that match, and I scored 9 goals. Obviously, Diop was very open as well. I think Diop was actually playing 3-4-3 as well, if I'm not mistaken. But it was amazing. Great match. I ended up winning that draft playing with this side. I was like, I need to try this on Rivals. Really enjoyed it in certain moments of the game, like I said before. And now I use it very often. When I'm last 10-15 minutes of the game, if I'm losing 1-0, or if I'm losing, for example, if I'm losing 2-0, and it's the last 10-15 minutes of the game, independent of the opponent, I'm going to go and play with this tactic because I know that I have a better chance to create a goal opportunity with this tactic. Obviously, defensively, then it is a different story. Then the tactic that I go to at the start of games, most of the time, unless I know that the opponent is going to play a 4-4-2 straight away, or whatever tactic they play straight away. I go to this tactic first, which is a very balanced tactic that allows me the opportunity to have the first 10-15 minutes to assess what the opponent is trying to do, and then change from there if I need to change. Singraven on the left, Kleiber on the right, Cannavaro, Boateng, Petit, Makelele, Nedved as number 10, Mbappe on the left, Renier up top, Garrincha on the right. Very, very solid. Sometimes I start with this tactic and I just destroy the opponent straight away, so I don't even change. But this is a kind of, let's wait and see what's happening in the first 10 minutes. Let's keep the ball, try and attack, of course, but let's see from the other side when we are defending what they do while being balanced, while being organized. 2 players on each wing, 5 players in the middle with the 3 midfielders and the 2 central defenders. Very solid, very stable. That's what I like. And then the formation that I play the most is the 4-4-2. Right here on screen with 2 central defensive midfielders, Singraven, Kleiber on the left and right, Nedved on the left, Garrincha on the right, Mbappe and Renier, Petit and Makelele. Makelele more of a free roam kind of center midfielder that covers all the space. Petit more a stable presence in the middle. Singraven going up a lot more. Kleiber staying. Garrincha has the entire wing on his side to run from an attacking standpoint. Renier and Mbappe both to coming down to connect with Nedved that goes inside a lot. That's the way that I play, and I love this tactic, and I don't see myself going out. As you can see, apart from maybe the 4-4-2, you don't see meta tactics. You don't see here any 5-2-3-1 or whatever they do now these days, or the 4-1-2-1-2. I don't play like that. I like to play like I would play football in real life. That's how I play here. And these tactics over here really, especially my players will know if they see this, really resonate with the way that I see football. Opening space, a lot of interchange, a lot of movement, a lot of ball movement as well. That's what I like to see on the pitch, and that's how I like to play, and that's how it translates into the game too. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is 26 minutes of explaining my team to get some context of what you saw on episode 1 of the Road to Glory. And if you enjoyed this video, press the like down below. Also comment. Give me your starting 11 on the comments. Tell me what would you do with this team? How would you change it? How would you adapt it? What would be the next player that you would get to change for Renier? What would be the next player that you change to? What player should I get for Boateng when I have to replace him? What player should I get for Kleiber? Give me options. Let me know in your comments down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well if you want to continue to stay updated on the series of Road to Glory, and also on the next few bits and pieces of content that I'm going to be providing. And once again, stay safe. I enjoy doing this. I'm loving doing this, and it's only 2 videos, so we're going to crack on and move on from there. Once again, my name is Fabs on FIFA. Stay safe. Ciao, ciao.